Alright guys, welcome back. So in the past couple of days, we've gotten some news about Activision and Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 4, and Activision laying people off, and we're going to talk about all of it right here today. So first things first, let's talk about the confirmation of Modern Warfare 4. We don't know if that's going to be the title, but that's what I'm going to be calling it from this point on, just to make it easier, because let's face it, it's probably going to be called MW4. So I don't want to repeat too much information that I know you guys have already seen, because I know people have already covered this, but I hope you stick around until the end of the video, because that is when I'll be showing you things that I know that you probably haven't seen. And as you know, during this earnings call that Activision had, the CFO said that the next Call of Duty game is in fact being developed by Infinity Ward, and that the game is rooted in franchise history. Franchise history, what could that mean? Of course, it means the Modern Warfare series. It's Infinity Ward. There's no other route they could take with this. Infinite Warfare, while it was a great game, it was not franchise history. If anything, Infinite Warfare is franchise infamy, and Call of Duty Ghosts, to be honest, I know a lot of people liked it looking back in hindsight now, but that just wouldn't qualify for something this exciting, for people to be this happy about it, and for this CFO to be saying that the game is rooted in franchise history. Whether it's Modern Warfare 4, the sequel to Modern Warfare 3, whether it's Modern Warfare 0, the prequel to the entire story, this game is most definitely, I will bet all my money on it right now, it is most definitely going to be set in the Modern Warfare universe, and we are gonna see some returning characters. And speaking of returning characters, that means that there is going to be a campaign. This was confirmed on the call as well. There will be a campaign in Call of Duty 2019. Hooray! Rejoice, campaign guys. All you people that were pissed off that Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign, now is your time to shine, man. I am there for you. Admittedly, I gotta admit this, I gotta be honest about this, I do not care whether Call of Duty has a campaign ever again. I really don't. Campaigns have never been something that I really looked forward to in Call of Duty. I know we've had some great ones in the past, but things have just changed, man. And I was one of those people, when they announced there was gonna be no campaign in Black Ops 4, I was like, well, now they can focus on the multiplayer, and we all see how that turned out, right? So imagine if they had wasted all that time making a campaign, how much worse the multiplayer would be right now. You guys let me know right now, what do you think about this? Are you glad that campaign is returning? Is that going to really salvage Call of Duty for you? I don't know. For me, I just don't care about it anymore. I really don't. If it were up to me, Call of Duty would only have two modes. Honestly, it would only have two modes. I would only make it have a multiplayer and some sort of co-op mode, whether that be Zombies, Spec Ops, Extinction, or what have you. Two modes, focus all the resources on those two modes, make them great instead of spreading yourself too thin like Treyarch is doing right now, trying to keep up with Blackout, multiplayer, and Zombies all at once. It's just not working out. Normally, I would say don't half-ass two things, but this is three things, so I guess don't third-ass three things, just half-ass two things, so that when you have those two things, you have one whole ass. Does that make sense? Man, one whole ass. I kind of like that. I kind of like the ring of that. One whole ass. Let's get that trending on Twitter. Let's start tweeting that at Vaughn. We want one whole ass for Black Ops 4. It's ridiculous. We're sick of this. Anyway, moving on. They also said in the call that there was going to be a large multiplayer mode. So what does that mean? I roll my eyes into the back of my head as I have to just imagine that it means another Battle Royale mode. Now, I was against a Battle Royale mode for Black Ops 4, and I will say this. Blackout is pretty good. I do have a good time on Blackout, but I'll tell you this right now. The absolute last thing that Call of Duty needs is more player-based dilution by adding another Battle Royale mode. See, Call of Duty's already slowly killing itself with these annual releases by splitting up the player base more and more, just a little bit every year. Matchmaking is getting tough on the old games, man. Sometimes it takes a long time to find a game and you have the worst connections. This is detrimental to a series if you want to keep the series alive. But I just can't help but feel the worst when I read that they said it's going to have a large multiplayer mode. What else could that really mean? See, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I retweeted a tweet that I really liked. It was from the infamous Robert Bowling, who used to be the Infinity Ward manager, or community manager, excuse me, back in the Modern Warfare days. He no longer works for Call of Duty, but I think he still cares quite a lot about it because it is kind of his legacy, and he did tweet out a really good idea for how this should be handled. I will put that on your screen right now, and his plan says, release Modern Warfare 4, include single player, multiplayer, and co-op, take Blackout free to play before the launch, release a new Modern Warfare map for Blackout with new Modern Warfare themed season in Q4 2019, include locations for Crash, Overgrown, and Favela, and maintain it as the default BR mode for the series. Yes, 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 man. How hard can I gas something up? This is an amazing idea. I really hope that if Call of Duty is going to continue doing Battle Royale modes, then they will not split the player base up on that front as well. We already have to deal with enough of that in multiplayer, and if they do that, I have a feeling that both Blackout and this new Modern Warfare BR are both going to be ghost towns in no time. And I will have another video coming on the PC player count for Blackout, which is absolutely dismal, man. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I'm mad about this one. That's for another day. But the last thing I want to talk about in this video is the layoffs at Activision, and I'm sure you guys have probably heard about it. There's been a lot of talk about it on Twitter, and I've been seeing so many bad takes about this, man. Just so many bad takes. One of those bad takes being, see, this is what happens when you don't listen to the player base. First of all, man, not cool, not cool, not cool making fun of people losing their jobs. I don't talk much about my personal life on here, but I was once laid off from my job when my company downsized. And it's not a joke, man. It's really not. It's very scary, it's very stressful, and you don't know what to do because as a grown adult, you got bills to pay. And luckily, I was able to get through that because I had some money saved up and I was able to find another job quickly, but unemployment can go on for years, man. I mean, it's not a joke. So to all the jokes I saw on Twitter today saying, oh, they should have just listened to the player base, man, I can't get behind that. It's not funny. People losing their jobs it's not a joke. So, you know, I can feel for this on a personal level because I've been down that road before, and it was really quite a hard thing to go through. However, there is other information floating around about this, and one of those things said something along the lines of, let me find the article here, hold on. So this person here tweeted, it was an old article, it was from the middle of 2018, but it said something along the lines of, as you hear about the layoffs, remember, Kotick, that's the Activision CEO, made over $28.5 million in 2017. In 2016, he made $33 million. So yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, obviously that sucks. I don't really know how strongly I feel about this. I mean, at face value, it's obviously a terrible thing, and I would never take the side of, you know, a rich CEO over the side of a working class person like myself, obviously. But I've seen so many things on Twitter about this that are just, they just seem so flawed in logic. Like, for example, I saw one reply to this tweet that said something along the lines of, why wouldn't he just work for free and then pay all those people with that leftover salary? Well, as it turns out, if you do some simple math, you'll realize that it's not feasible. So if he made $33 million last year, the average Activision employee made about $90,000 last year, which I was able to find online. So if you take that $90,000 salary, multiply it by 800 people, that comes out to $72 million. So well over twice of the Activision CEO's salary. Now again, I'm not defending rich people here. I don't think anybody needs to make $33 million in a year. But this is business. It's cutthroat. It's not nice. It's a nasty environment to be in at times, and I fell victim to this before. I'm sure there were other options on the table, but ultimately this is what they decided to go with. It's not nice stuff. So something I found interesting, and this is the thing I wanted to show you guys that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. If you go on the Activision Investor Relations website, you can download a whole bunch of PowerPoints, slideshows, presentations about the financial earnings, because this is a publicly traded company, so this stuff is freely available. I'm going to show you some things from that slideshow right now. This slide right here is the 2018 year-end results over the 2017 actuals versus the 2018 forecast. So as you can see at the top of the slide here, it said record full year results with in-game net bookings of $4.2 billion. So that means that Activision made $4.2 billion just off supply drops, microtransactions, any in-game purchases. That is unbelievable. But if you look at the bottom, look at the very bottom line. A lot of this stuff is pretty boring, but if you look at the very bottom line here, you're gonna see net bookings, which is an operating metric, and you will see the 2017 actual, this is in thousand millions, was 7.1 billion, or I guess 7.2 billion if you round up. What they were expecting to make as of November 2018 was going to be about 7.5 billion, but they came in once again at about 7.3 billion. So that means that they came in $213 million short of their target. And you might say, well, who cares about that, right? They're making billions of dollars. It's $7 billion. Who cares about 200 million? Not how it works. It's just simply not how it works. This is business, this is stocks, this is bond ratings, this is pleasing shareholders. If you miss target, it's a big deal. So when I see all the things online saying Activision reports record-breaking sales, yet they're laying off 800 employees, well, technically, it is record-breaking because it was a little bit more than it was in 2017, but they missed target and they need to take action on that. Them speaking, not me, right? So on the next slide, they actually go into detail about this a little bit, and they say, if you look right in the middle here, this is the plan for reinforcing the foundation for growth. Very fancy speak here. It's basically just blowing smoke up a bunch of shareholders' asses, but they say right in the middle column here, they are going to reduce administrative expenses and underperforming initiatives. And the 2 bullet points right under there are deprioritizing games and initiatives that are not meeting our expectations, cough cough, Destiny 2, and then right underneath it, reducing certain non-development and administrative related costs across our business, aka laying a bunch of people off. So that is it, man. That is how Activision broke the news about that. Lots of news coming from this investors call. This video's gone on long enough, guys. Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think about these layoffs? What do you think about MW4? Battle Royale, how are they going to handle it? We are probably 1 to 2 months away from the official reveal of Infinity Ward's next game. It's an exciting time to be a Call of Duty fan, but of course, we can't get too excited because we know what happens when we do that, but we could still look forward to the reveal. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter, link is down below, and I'll see you dudes in the next video. Love you, bye.